Hello, 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 my beloved souls. It's Woke Wednesday. I'm back, guys. I'm back. I love you. I miss you. Happy February. There's a lot going on in the collective as usual, which is why I've had to re-enter this field and really just connect our energies. So, my beautiful way showers, light workers, the awakened woo woo crew, right? Whether you're a witch or a warlock, a shaman, a shamanka, an energy healer, a light worker, a way shower, a crystal, an indigo, twin flame, however you choose to resonate in this lifetime, you are here, you are welcome, and I love you so much. So, last week we had a beautiful 2-2 portal open, right? What was that? Yeah, it was almost like a full week ago. And it was like 48 hours of huge, intense energies that gave us the ability to really manifest and have a lot of our dreams coming into reality, right? A lot of our wishes are being fulfilled. And it was like opportunity after opportunity after opportunity presenting itself to us. And it was a glorious time. And then right after that, we had that beautiful full moon in Leo, which we are still feeling the effects of that energy at this point, right? So full moon energy normally goes for like 3 days before it occurs and 3 days after. And so that was on the 5th. Today is kind of like the ending of that energy, but full moon in Leo, right? And Leo is about courage and strength. It's the strength card in the tarot, right? So we have courage, we have strength, we have standing in the spotlight, right? Really shining. You'll see like this light is shining on me, right? It's almost like we're under the spotlight, right? We're on the red carpet. And so it's highlighting all the good and all the bad, right? Because when you bring a light to something, right, you see everything, right? And not everything you ever necessarily want to see. I don't know if you're like a female, you may understand this, right? It's like getting in front of a mirror and like turning the lights on, and all of a sudden you could see every part of your face as you're putting on your makeup, right? And you're kind of like, oh, like I need to go get a facial or things like that, right? Everything's being brought up to the forefront, not just the things that we want to see, but some of the things that we don't. And so that beautiful healing energy and awareness, right, is coming up to give you the strength and the courage to push things forward, right? It's like, you need to see this, you need to deal with this, and now I'm going to give you the courage, now I'm going to give you the strength, now I'm going to give you the fortitude to get it done, right? You don't need to be scared of the things that are coming up. Oh no, baby, right? Instead, I want you to look at it, I want you to see it, I want you to feel it, I want you to lean into it, and I want you to heal through it, right? Because you deserve better than this, because you're more than this, because you're worthy, because you're deserving, because you're loved, because you're valuable, right? So all these beautiful energies just like intertwined and kind of commingling here within for all of us. Um, Sorry if I'm shaking. I'm still in a new space and trying to like get myself acclimated with the lighting, and I love to be outside, but I like can't always be outside because there's just like a lot of noise. So forgive me if like the camera shakes, if I'm kind of like moving around or the lighting goes in and out. Doing the best that I can. But I definitely want to jump on and connect with all of you and just let's see, what the divine has in store for us, and also get a message from Gaia, because again, that beautiful full moon energy was super intense. Uh, I'm in a new space. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous, it's delicious. Give me 1 second, guys. Always gonna be mindful of my phone because I have kids. So, new space, new environment, definitely super healing, super activating. Um, a lot of alchemy has been going through, right? And so before I went on my little hiatus, as you guys saw, I was temporarily closed for spiritual for spiritual healing and awarenesses. I did a couple of activations for our tribe and for the collective as a whole, but really focusing a lot on our tribe. And I did one for work, for those of you that are looking for new work or new business opportunities. Whether you're in a place that you don't like and maybe just healing the environment or the energy there, or if you're looking just to expand and do something different, or if you're looking to build your own business, right? All those activations came in. I did an activation for love and not just intimacy, although that's great. I know we're coming up on Valentine's Day, so that's a big thing that people are focused on, but there's love in different ways, right? Whether that's from your friends or your family or the love that you have of yourself, right? And definitely the love from the divine, really activating and healing all those light codes, and also from money, right? And healing our relationships with money and understanding that money is an energy and a tool, and just building a healthier relationship with it, right? So that we can all um release that energy of poverty, which is a sickness of mind, right? And a sin, and really embrace the abundance and the prosperity that's available to us in the universe because we are children of the divine. So, um, if some of you have been feeling kind of like, what the fuck is going on, and kind of like losing your minds, just understand that, like, before we can get all the good coming in, we got to make space and clear out the old and the ick, right? And so, just think of it like we're doing like a deep spring cleaning energetically, right? And so, wow, throat chakra closing. So some of you need to express yourselves. Um, but it was like a deep spiritual spring cleaning, right? And so a lot of things fell apart. I know on my end, a lot of things fell apart, got broken, got shifted. It was complete, total chaos and turmoil, right? But it was like, um, it felt like it could have been chaos and turmoil, but because I like to stay grounded and centered, it was more so like the chrysalis period, right? It was like went from the caterpillar, went into the chrysalis where the butterfly does what, or the caterpillar does what, it completely dissolves, right? Liquefies, everything is destroyed in order to be recreated into the beautiful butterfly. And so that was the energy that I was activating for our tribe and also for the collective, right? Like really just helping to push everyone forward so that they could literally stop being stuck in caterpillar mode, right? And being afraid of what that next step might be, being afraid of what the universe is pushing them towards, right? It's safely, with perfect love and perfect trust, moving into our chrysalis phase, right? Allowing ourselves to dissolve, allowing things to fall apart, allowing things to be removed from our existence, from our world, from our minds, from our emotions, from our physical being, from our spirit, in order to be the amazing, beautiful, you'll see behind me, butterfly, right? That we were all created to be. So, I'm here to support you. Obviously, you can always contact me at theenlighteneddaughter.com or email me at theenlighteneddaughter@gmail.com if you really just need a little love, or comment down below. You know that I'm always here for you guys. I'm praying for you guys, and a couple of you have reached out personally. Spring, Katie, I love you guys so much. You guys are always engaging with me and communicating, and know that I hold you in deep prayer. Holding you in the palm of my hands, right? Because we're all the hands of God. So, I love you. Reach out, definitely comment, do your whole thing, but know that like we're kicking forward this year with some blessings coming in, right? It's 2023, it's a 7 year, and we got a lot of healing coming in, bringing us a lot of blessings. And when I tell you this is gonna be a year of fucking strength and activation and abundance and healing and wealth and health and joy and wisdom and deliciousness, like it's starting, right? And so now that we're in February and we're kind of like out of the 2022 energy and we're really starting to get the ball rolling with 2023, you're going to see your world start to really change, right? And for the better. Things are going to really get better. And again, it's the Christmas phase. It's like things are falling apart and it might feel like what is happening, but trust the process, trust the timing, and trust that in your path, right? You're always being led to your highest and greatest good. Things are always working out for you, whether you realize that or not. Things are always working out for you, even in the seeming darkness, even in the seeming chaos, even in the seeming dysfunction, even in the betrayals and the lies and the broken promises and upheavals, right? You're always being led to your highest and greatest good. And so I just really wanted to share that with you because I know the energies have been pretty intense. That full moon in Leo was very, very intense, very intense. But a lot of truths were being revealed to us, and that's a beautiful thing. And this full moon in Leo was really heightened energy for the divine masculine collective to heal their relationships within themselves, but especially with the toxic and karmic female energies that have been around them for a long time, right? Whether that's a toxic mother, sister, girlfriend, coworker, however it's being played out, so that the divine masculine is no longer projecting that energy out into other aspects of their world, but really looking at it, acknowledging it, being aware of it, and being like, wow, my mom was kind of like narcissistic, or my mom was kind of manipulative, or, my wife is codependent, or, conniving or manipulative, or whatever it might be, wherever they're at in their level, right? And again, this is never about judgment or condemnation, but awareness helps us to make shifts. Awareness helps us to find our truth and to sit with it and to do something about it and to shift our perspectives, right? We're not sitting here in judgment of people on their path. Instead, we're looking at why these energies in our life, how am I aligning with these energies, and what do I need to shift within so that I'm no longer a vibrational match for it. That's really what this is about. So if you haven't already, check out the Divine Masculine reading because we did talk about that. But anyway, my woo woo crew, let's get into it. So let's pull some cards. So thank you, angels. Thank you guys for being here with me and the woo woo crew. What do we need to know? What do we need to see? What do they need to know? What do they need to see? What are the energies here? What are the best, highest, and greatest messages for them at this time? Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? For some of you, I feel like you need to be traveling. Um, Retreats, healing centers, different spiritual sites. There's different connections. A deep, wow, my third eye and my crown chakra are pounding right now. So definitely all of a sudden I'm like boom, boom, boom. Definitely with the spiritual sites, right? Stonehenge, Sedona, Mount Shasta, these things. But I feel like some of you are really drawn to certain places and time periods, and there's unfinished business there. Or, yeah, I feel like there's unfinished business there. There's healing that needs to be done when you go to these places. So don't ignore these callings if you're being drawn to a certain place. Like I am super, super attracted, have no idea why, but I've been so drawn to New Orleans my whole life, as well as to Spain, right? I don't know why. I just feel like, and also England as well, just like the little like kind of like castles and chateaus and stuff like that. Like I just have such a deep resonance with that. I would read romance novels as a child. Um, Anytime I like period pieces when I'm watching like TVs and movies and reading books like that, there's certain things there and there's energies there. And for me, it's like, why do I feel so drawn to those areas? I did a past life regression once. Actually, no, it wasn't during the past life regression. It was during a soul retrieval that I ended up seeing, or my reader ended up seeing me in New Orleans and some of the work that I was doing there as a healer in a past life, right? Because like once a witch, always a witch. This is what we do. Witch, priestess, however you call yourself, right? I've been doing spiritual work in all my lifetimes, it feels like. Um, but there's something there for you. You have some unfinished business, some healing, and it's not necessarily like a bad thing, but it's just like you're going there is really going to activate yourself. So as you're on this path and as you're ascending, don't ignore those prompts, don't ignore those pushes. Um, I'm going to probably start creating some trips that are more spiritually based and activating and healing for our collective, for our tribe. So just start looking out for that probably like later in the year. But there's stuff that you're being called to do, right? Places that you're being called to, and also the calling within your own soul, right? Like, what are you being drawn to do? What are you being, what are you attracted to? What is your desire and why won't it leave you, right? It's like that thing is there, that desire is there, that push is there, that call is there because that's a part of who you are. And it's almost like you won't feel fulfilled if you're not doing what you need to do, right? When I first started on this path with the Enlightened Daughter, and I didn't know why I was being guided to create this channel. If you'll see, like, if you go back to like my first video, probably in like 2018, it was kind of like I was on every once in the blue. I didn't really know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't really know what I was talking about. I just knew that I like needed to be on here and kind of like start sharing with people. And the more that I tried to kind of like push this work to the side and do other things, the less fulfilled I got. Um, Even during this like month while I was doing my healing and transitioning, alchemizing, all that stuff, like I still felt really like saddened because I wasn't connecting with everyone, right? Because I wasn't channeling for the collective, because I wasn't pouring this work out into everybody else. And so it's like once you know and you tap into those energies, whether it's you as like a healer, a reader, what if you're doing divination, if you're doing energy work, if um your work is like as a cook, like however you show up in this world to share your light, right? As one of the woo woo crew, you start to feel kind of incomplete when you're not walking in that truth, right? And so answering that call is because your soul is calling out to you. right? And when we start to move away from the longings of our soul, that's when we experience dis-ease and illness and chaos and upheaval in our life, right? And so you want to really just stay on path and really just start following through with it. And I'm saying, you got to sell everything tomorrow and go for like a freaking retreat in the mountains with, with like Buddha and stuff like that. But I am saying like start tapping into that energy and doing a little bit more and more every day and seeing where you're being led. Okay? Just trusting that. Wow. Look, share your voice. And look, it's all this water energy. You see all this water here and all this water here. So there's a lot of emotion, a lot of healing, a lot of cleansing going on as you move onto this path, right? But answer the call, share your voice, right? My throat chakra started closing up when I was talking to you guys. It's time for you to speak your truth, right? Whatever that truth is, and it's not going to resonate with everybody. There's like 8 billion people on the planet. My message is not for everybody. Not everybody is in alignment with this message, but those that did incarnate with me in order to hear those messages, I have my job to do. Right? Some people on this planet are waiting for you to step onto your path, step onto your truth, step into alignment with your goals and your dreams because you are the activator for them, because you are the key for them unlocking their goals and dreams, because that is the agreement you guys made in the ethers before incarnating, right? And so it's important to share, to come out of the cave and to move forward into the light. All right. Break the chain. Yeah, there's a lot of healing going on. A lot of healing. Generational curses being broken, a lot of karma being healed, ancestral patterns healing, rewriting the future. All right. And how do we rewrite the future? I'm a big fan of scripting, guys. You know that I'm always telling you guys to journal, 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 journal. I'm a big fan of scripting, right? And what is scripting? We're gonna do like a journal entry as if it's the end of the day from this magnificent future event that we're calling into the universe, right? Because we're the creators of our own reality. So I love to script, and I've noticed in recent weeks that the things that I'm putting out are happening a lot faster, right? A lot easier because I'm just putting it out into the universe, and then I'm just laying with the energies and I'm sleeping on it and I'm trusting that the universe is going to take care of the details. And when I tell you things are happening like this, they're happening like this, right? So you get to rewrite your future. What does your happily ever after look like, right? What is the best day of your life? What could that look like? Who are you with? What are you doing? What are you wearing? What are you eating? Right? Start writing these things down. I decided a long time ago that I was going to end a lot of the generational curses in my family, maternal lineage, paternal lineage, all of it, because I refuse for my children to be living their lives doing all this fucking healing and karmic clearing. Not happening. I was like, God, it stops with me. And when I tell you, they were like, oh, word, bitch, game on. The game was on, right? And some of these lessons have been like, holy shit, wow. Like wow, like I didn't even know that was a pattern or a thing or whatever in our lives, but evidently it is because it's coming up to be cleared. So whether you're clearing the energy for yourself and the own karma that you've kind of created over the lifetimes, or you're doing it for your ancestors, you're still being supported in doing it, right? And for some of you, the share your voice is having a platform where you're going to be speaking, right? Maybe you're going to be on a stage, maybe you're going to be on YouTube, maybe you're doing TikTok or whatever. For some of you, it's in their writing, right? Really like writing, like you have all these stories inside of you that need to kind of be written out. And I feel like some of you are like living a movie. That's so funny. For some of you, you really need to write it down because I feel like your book, your essay, whatever the story is going to be made into a movie for you. I know that's not everybody, it's like a very small part of you, but I feel like somebody needed to hear that. Like, don't be afraid to share your message. It's going to be more, it's more than you think it is, right? I feel like you're doing it for you and your own healing and your own clearing, but you're not understanding yet, but you will, that you're sharing your story, you're sharing your testimony is going to be a healing activation and conduit for millions of people. Like you just standing in your truth and telling your story is going to heal a few millions of people, and it's really going to help some people, and it's really going to get itself out. And for some of you, like I said, there's a very small part of you, but for some of you, that book is going to be made into a movie. It could even be just one of you. I don't know who it is, but I don't know. I had to say that. Time to move on. Okay. Unbound. Look, again with this energy. Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. There is deep motherfucking inner work being done here. You guys are doing it. You guys are doing it. I'm right here with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not alone. Oh, maybe that's why I was drawn to wear this turquoise and lava. So funny. I've had this healing bracelet for a while. It's like turquoise stones and lava stones. And my crystals change daily. Like, I mean, there's some crystals that I wear all the time, like the citrine and the tiger's eye, because they're always just drawn to me. But sometimes certain crystals want to be worn and sometimes they don't. And today this wanted to be worn and I didn't know why. And now all this healing energy is coming through for you guys. So it says a lot. Um, we're releasing the parts of ourselves that are just no longer serving our highest and greatest good, right? And when we do that, you see that full moon behind really coming through, it's helping to elevate you, right? You're no longer being weighed down by these contracts, by these stories, these patterns, these unhealthy truths, these distortions of our energy, right? There's there's some darker energies, right, on the planet that are still fighting to hold on. And we need to let it go, right? And so as a woo woo, right, as you're working with your light, for many of you, and I know that I've been dealing with this a lot, you're going to be drawn into or you're in really dark spaces. And the reason that you're in these really dark spaces isn't a punishment. It's not because like you're there to kind of like be the guru or the maverick for all of that. No, you're in these dark spaces because for some of you, you forget at times that the light is within you. And so sometimes, I believe Florence Scovel Shinn said it. Um, it's like we're in the dark until we learn how to see in the dark, right? And so sometimes you have to be brought into the darkness, you have to be brought into the shadows, you have to be brought into the hells of the world so that you can see clearly what it is. If you think about the story of Yeshua, right? And how he went to hell and died and then came back and overcame hell. Why? It was to show us, right? Like, yes, you can go through all of that, but you can overcome it as well. You have the power within you to come back. You have the power within you to deal with this rebirth, to bring the light with you, to help um save yourself and to help lead others who are also doing it. Okay? And so don't bemoan your fate. Don't sit there having a pity party and, like, oh, woe is me. That's not what this is about. It's like, wow, why am I here? What can I learn? What do I need to see? Sometimes you need to be in the midst of that darkness to see things from the perspectives of those who are living within on a day-to-day basis so that you can help to shift them, right? Yeshua is what? God incarnate, right? God came down into the flesh to see what it is to deal with these human experiences, the karma, the temptations, the sin, all of this stuff, and to give us a guideline, right? A map with the Christ light of how we can get out of it and how we can overcome all the things that are being dealt with in this 3D world, right? When you read the Bible, just read it. Don't have somebody dictate it to you. Like, read it for yourself and get the metaphysical lessons for yourself. It's delicious. It's delicious and it's filled with so much. Okay. Just say yes. Look at all this beautiful light when we're saying yes. Say yes to your soul. Say yes to your healing. Say yes to your abundance. Say yes to your prosperity. Say yes to your health, your wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding, the light that is shining down into you, right? All this beautiful light shining down, being embodied with you at this time. There's been huge light codes coming in, activations as well in recent weeks, right? That have really helped to take things to a next level, right? So we're ascending, we're growing, we're doing big things, people. All right, we're doing big things. And then we have Luckman talking the original light workers, right? Longing for home, belonging. I know it can feel exhausting, right? More water energy. I think the Mintalkins are like the mermaid planet, but again, all this beautiful water energy, which doesn't surprise me because we're moving into Pisces season. But you have all this beautiful water energy, all this healing, and sometimes it can feel a little disconcerting, a little lonely, a little sad because we're really wanting to just kind of like go home. It's like it's exhausting, right? You've been here for how many lifetimes doing this work, and it's like the collective still doesn't get it. And you're like, I'm tired of this. But guess what? You came here for a reason, right? You came here to heal and to learn and to grow. Hold on, guys, because my phone is going crazy. Give me one second. Sorry, my beloveds. Phone's going crazy. My daughter's birthday is coming up. So people are reaching out and trying to give me ideas as to what to do for her because she's gonna be, as she keeps telling me, I'm gonna hit my first decade. I'm gonna hit my first decade. I don't know why she's so excited, but she's gonna be in the double digits. My baby's not a baby anymore. Anyway, all right, my beautiful team of light. What do we need to know? What do we need to see for the woo woo crew? Gaia, what do you got to say? Okay. Wow, I love it. So we have Dragonfly with Emergence. Look at you just coming out being delicious, right? Like I said, we've been in this chrysalis stage and everything is dissolving, but you get to come out as a new, doper version of yourself as you move through all of this, right? So don't be scared to let go of the things that are no longer serving you. Don't be scared to release that energy, release that fear, to stop worrying, to stop fearing, to stop doubting, to stop holding on to those distorted belief systems and those stories that you were told and those judgments and criticisms and traditions and all that, right? Time to take that shit to the side and let it go, right? And for you to emerge as a different version of yourself. I love this for you. I love it. I love it. I love it. Got this beautiful orange that's just standing out to me as well, right? And so orange is the color of what our sacral chakra. So, oh, it's funny. The sacral chakra also houses our water energy. So there's a lot of healing of the sacral chakra going on right now, with for all of you guys. So just be mindful of that. And our sacral chakra is what our creativity, our sensuality, right? It's our feminine chakra. So a lot of that energy being called forth for you at this time. Really beautiful. Really beautiful. And then wow, more orange, but now we have all three of the lower chakras, right? Red, yellows, orange with the autumnal equinox. Shout out to me. With the energy of release. And like I said, it's time for you to let it go. That's this energy here with the unbound, right? It's time to let it go. Let the past stay in the past, right? We're gonna break the chains. We're gonna let it all go, right? What does autumn teach us? To let dead shit go. That's why your ancestors are coming forward. They're like, hey, sorry. And I felt this before and I'm feeling it again. I feel a lot of like almost apologetic energy coming through from our ancestors, right? It's like, damn, sorry we left you with all this shit to clean up. But you signed up to clean it up. So thanks. Good luck with that, right? But you're here for a reason, right? You are here for a reason. My daughter was trying to ask me like what a light worker was. And so I was trying to give her an explanation. I said, say you're like in a really dirty house, right? Everybody in the world is in this one living room and it's dark and it's dirty and you don't know what's going on and you can't find the exit and you don't see any light. And I said, so light workers come and we have like our mops and our buckets and our sponges and our rags. And I said, and we'll come into the room and we all just get like a window pane, right? And then we just come and we clean the window with our buckets of water and we make sure it's nice and clean and we let some light into the room so that people are like, oh, there's light here. Because sometimes you're in that room and you think it's only darkness. You don't realize that. You just open the door, open the window, that there's all this light outside. And so we just go around and we just keep cleaning up and then we leave and go to get some fresh water and some fresh rags and fresh mop. And then we come back and we do it again. And we keep doing it until we bring more and more light into the room. And sometimes while we're doing that light, other people start coming in and start helping us in that room as well. Because once they realize the light and they're moving towards it, they want even more of that. And so we're here not only bringing light to them, but also encouraging them to help themselves, right? I feel like that's a good explanation. So anyway, time to release. And then bottom of the deck, final card, we have fire, passion, right? Fire, solar plexus energy. That's our masculine energy right in the center, our inner fire, our inner sun, lighting things up. That's this Leo energy that we're in right now with the full moon, right? And so don't be afraid to burn some of that shit that's not serving you. You know what I mean? Like it's time to clean house. And it's not a negative thing, right? But sometimes fires are here to purge and to purify, right? We got the fires burning shit down, and then you got the waters washing away the things that are no longer serving us. That is a great thing. That's a beautiful balance, all right? So as you're moving through these energies, as you're releasing, as you're healing, know that number one, you're never alone. And number two, you always got this. You signed up for this for a reason, okay? And you're never alone. I'm here. The rest of the tribe is here. The angels are here. All the things, all right? So I'm going to leave it there. I love you. God loves you, angels surround you, and I will see you guys later. Bye, my beloveds.